Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the last word. You are viewing with your host, Tanisha. I am in comfort of my home at this time on this Wednesday afternoon because, of course, I had to take my son to his doctor's appointment today and get his sports physical, so we have to get him checked out whenever they're playing sports. But you are viewing The Last Word with your host, Tanisha. This is your space to be heard, my place to be heard. And I am so grateful because today's topic was a topic from one of my viewers and one of my family members. So I guess you can say she sort of donated a topic for me this week, and I do appreciate that. Of course, if like last week I had open mic because I didn't have an exact topic planned, doesn't necessarily like mean that I didn't have a topic. I just really just wanted to have a week where it would be open mic. And I act like I got 100,000 subscribers. I really don't. I have a few, but I want to kind of get my page geared in a direction to where that some weeks it could just be open mic where we could just talk about any topics that you have. And I'm grateful because I actually did get somebody to chime in on last week, not during my live, but that she actually gave me a topic, something that she, had seen because she sent me a post on Instagram. And that post on Instagram has stated, and of course, I jotted it down. The post was a picture of a woman's foot trying to fit into a heel that obviously would not fit her foot. So if you can imagine that image, I don't think I was able to I don't think I'm able to post it on my YouTube, or I'm not familiar with it yet. As you know, I'm still learning and growing and learning the skills of the YouTube channel. So I don't know. I will try once I'm done with this live to get that image in so you can see it, okay? But if you can just imagine an image of a woman's foot trying to go into a heel that doesn't fit, right? In the statement that was on the image, it stated how you look forcing yourself into a place God didn't create for you, right? And it was just like awkward looking, image of the foot trying to go in this tiny heel, pointed toe heel, right? So basically, that's what brought me to this topic today, which is finding and staying in your lane. And I added finding because a lot of times some people may try to put their foot in a shoe that don't fit because they don't realize that your foot is too big for this shoe, okay? Some people just don't know, okay? And like for myself, there's a lot of things that I just don't know. I'm just going to be honest. So the Last Word channel is just my space, as you all know who are my subscribers and who view some of my videos on my channel. I created it as a space for me to find my own lane, right? And to kind of stay in my own lane, right? Because a lot of times whatever we're trying to do can spill over into somebody else's business or somebody else's whatever, okay? You can kind of be all over the place sometime. But the reason, like I said, the reason why I added finding your way is because a lot of times that's what can occur. If you don't know your place or don't know and you are just trying to find your way, right? Or find your own lane, you will kind of be all over the place and maybe get in somebody else's lane or maybe try to do some things that, you shouldn't be doing or try to fit in a place where you don't belong or maybe where God, has not created for you to be, right? Just like the post stated, right? So I wanted to add the finding part because a lot of times in life, people don't know their lane. They have to discover it. They have to find it, right? And this is sort of what I've done. And a lot of times in life when people are at my age, okay, a lot older, and still are kind of out of the loop or all over the place or haven't really distinguished their lane, it's because of life, right? When you have bills to pay, bills to do, rent, only thing you can do is go to work and pay your bills. You don't have an opportunity to discover yourself or to follow your passion or whatnot, right? The only thing that you know to do is go to work and pay your bills. So, And that leads me to another, but once you do find your lane, stay in your lane, right? And I feel like this last word that I've created, this space for myself, is a space to where I can kind of like have my own lane at the same time while finding, my lane. The lighting is kind of off here, and I think I maybe need to get this even because I'm kind of trying to go leaning, trying to be in the middle of center of the video. But anyway, but basically that's what I wanted to say. And my cousin who gave me that on Instagram, you can find her at Instagram at Bougetto Princess, and that's BOUGHETTO PRINCESS. And I'm pretty sure she don't mind getting more followers, right? And she's also a graphic art design, so you can go to her for artistic inspiration and design, okay? And that's what she does for a living. If you have a business or if you just need something designed, she's a great go-to person. You can find her on Instagram. You can also find her on Facebook at Saranda Design Shiro, right? And the post that she shared with me came from a young lady on Instagram as well. Her name is Sunshine Johnson J. Right? So she's the one who posted the post, and then of course my cousin shared her post, and I just want to give honor and credit where honor and credit is due, right? And but as I was saying, moving along, sometimes people have to find their way, and they may not know what their lane is or where they belong or where God have placed them. So a lot of times that can occur. They get messy. They get all over the place. They get in your business, right? And speaking of that, my cousin also brought to my attention another scripture reference that talks about that also, right? And that scripture reference is 1 Thessalonians for those who are believers and read your Bible. But you can find this reference that I'm speaking about if you're not a believer in the Holy Bible, right? And the translation that I'm using for this specific scripture is the New Living Translation. And it simply says, make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands just as we instructed you before, right? Okay, and I'm pretty sure it was Apostle Paul. And when he says we, he's probably referring to himself and maybe Timothy and some of the other apostles that were at the church in Thessalonica. I can't even get the word out. But that were in the area and the region at that time, with just to put it within its context, right? But today, if we fast forward to today, pretty much that means stay in your own lane, right? Find your own lane and stay in it, basically. And so, like I said, I'm grateful for the space that I have here because it has helped me to search for and seek to find my own lane and to stay in it, right? So I'm doing something that I, am passionate about doing. And pretty much it's just talking, sharing my journey of growth and spiritual, mental, physical, fitness, and also some things that pertain to financial fitness as well, right? But so I'm glad she shared that with me for my topic this week, for us to discover our own lane, find our own lane, and to simply stay in your own lane. And I hope I really did justice to what to her angle and her take on sharing it with me, because I appreciate it, because it makes me feel like there's a dialogue. It makes me feel like it's a dialogue going on, because that's what I want on this channel. I want it to grow into a dialogue where you chime in on different topics, where you maybe would like to hear my opinion on certain topics and my perspective on it, especially at a time where I'm kind of like developing myself to follow certain passions and dreams that I have. And I think a lot of times what we discover in pursuing certain things is that you have to be emotionally, spiritually, and physically as well, and mentally fit to pursue certain things in your life in order to stay in your own lane, right? Because if you are focusing on your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, and how you are maintaining your own fitness personally, you really don't have time to get in someone else's lane, right? Because it takes a lot for you to focus on what you have going. And that's basically what that scripture reference is pertaining to, is minding your own business, leading a quiet life, working with your hands, producing with, what you need to live and to sustain yourself throughout your life without being a busybody and different things like that. But if you have different thoughts on finding and staying in your own lane, you can share those in the comments below. You can also, if you want to message me or however you choose to put your, just chime in any way. And once again, I'm going to get out of here because I'm on my way back to work for this afternoon. And I do appreciate you watching. Please share this with someone. Please subscribe to my channel. And again, I say thank you so much for watching. So basically, that was it for today. Talk to you later.